Today we're making authentic Colombian tamales. They're made with perfectly seasoned dough, tender meat and veggies, and wrapped in banana leaves. They're a bit time consuming, but they're absolutely delicious. The first step is to make the marinade the night before. So in a blender, we're going to place all of our onions, garlic, seasoning, and blend until smooth. I love using pork belly and pork ribs from Costco whenever I make tamales, and I'm going to cut them into 15 pieces because I'm going to make a total of 15 tamales. We place them into separate bags, then we add the marinade into each bag, seal them, give them a really good massage, and refrigerate overnight. The night before, I also make my guiso or sofrito, so in a large pan, I cook the onions, garlic, tomatoes, and seasoning, let it cool completely, and then I store it in the fridge until the next day. For these tamales, we're also going to need carrots, red potatoes that are going to be peeled and sliced, and parsley. To wrap the tamales, we're going to use plantain leaves. You can find them at most Latin grocery stores, either fresh or frozen. We cut them into pieces and then clean both sides of the leaves with a wet cloth. And to make them more pliable, we're going to heat them over the stovetop until they're soft. To make the masa or dough, we're going to need about 8 to 10 cups of water or chicken broth. We add all of our seasonings and then bring it to a simmer. Once it's simmering, we're going to add our pre-cooked cornmeal and give it a good stir until it starts looking like oatmeal. At this point, we're going to add our cooked peas. I'm using frozen. You can also use canned. And we give it a good stir until everything's well blended. To assemble the tamales, we're going to place 2 pieces of plantain leaves, one on top of the other with the ridges side up. And then we make our layers with the dough, the guiso, a sprig of parsley, carrots, potatoes, and 1 piece of pork belly and pork ribs. And if you want more dough, you can add it on top. We fold in the sides, we also fold in the ends, and then we wrap it with cooking twine like a little package. To cook the tamales, we're going to use a large pot called tamalera or vaporera. We add plenty of salted water, place the insert at the bottom, and then we add any leftover plantain leaves to protect the tamales. Now we place the tamales inside the pot. I usually can fit about 7 or 8 tamales. Place the lid, and once the water's boiling, we're going to steam them for about 2 hours. And that's how you make the most amazing Colombian tamales. The dough is well seasoned, it has peas, carrots, and potatoes, and the best part is that the meat is perfectly cooked and tender.